everybody, welcome back to my channel Extend Beyond Borders. I am Tia, and today's video is going to be all about the books that I'm currently reading in the month of January. I will be sharing some books that I've already finished this month and some books that I'm still reading, but I think that I'll be finished before this month ends. The first book that I have finished this month is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. This is actually my second read of this book. I read it back in I think 2018, and I wanted to reread it so that I could remember all of the details for the sequel. If you have never read Children of Blood and Bone, it's about a young girl named Zélie. Zélie has the capability of doing magic. However, there is this king who hates anybody that can do magic, and he's responsible for taking magic away. But now Zélie has this opportunity to bring magic back and to go against the king, and that's kind of where this story takes off. So the first time I read this book, I actually read it, and then when I did the reread this month, I listened to it on audio. So I reread Children of Blood and Bone so that I could get ready for the sequel, Children of Virtue and Vengeance, which is the book that I am currently reading. After finishing my second read of Children of Blood and Bone, I decided not to look up any information. I didn't want to know anything about what this second book was going to be about. I didn't want anybody's opinions in my head. I wanted to go into the book fresh without any knowledge of what was going to happen. And when I tell you, when I started this book, it did not disappoint. It was good from the very first page. Like, this book is a page turner. I even think this book is better than the first book. Like, I have been much more engaged with Children of Virtue and Vengeance than I was with Children of Blood and Bone. Children of Blood and Bone was good, but Children of Virtue and Vengeance takes it further. It is so good. Like, it is a page turner. I am in love with this book, which says a lot because I am not a fantasy reader. Fantasy is not like my go-to genre that I look for when I'm trying to find a new book to read. So that speaks volumes about this story. I will probably be finished with it very soon. I'm about halfway through already, and it is so good. So yeah, I would highly recommend reading Children of Blood and Bone and Children of Virtue and Vengeance if you haven't already tried these books. The third book that I am reading this month is Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. I originally started to read this with a group of co-workers. We were supposed to read it over the Christmas holiday. However, I did not read it then, and I missed the deadline. But still, I still wanted to finish this book and read it and see what it was all about. The book was published in 1952. It's considered a classic, and I've just started reading it, and I'm not 100% sure exactly where this book is going to go and what it's going to be about. I do have some ideas and some theories, but I'm not sure if those are correct. I do know that it's about being a black man in America, and I get the feeling that it's gonna have to do with him discovering his identity as well. There were some opening lines in the book that really stood out to me. One was that he says he's invisible because people refuse to see him. And another line that really stood out to me was him talking about him trying to discover who he is, and he's listening to everybody else's opinions, and really he's the only one that can answer that question. So those two kind of lead me to think that it has something to do with identity. I know it has a lot to do with race and culture and being black in America. I am reading and listening to Invisible Man, so there are times when I'll just read it, and then times where I will listen to it on Audible. And the Audible version is narrated by Joe Morton. Y'all know who Joe Morton is? He's Command on Scandal. He's Papa Pope, Olivia Pope's dad. So if you know who that is, then you know that he has a perfect voice to narrate a book, especially a book like Invisible Man. I will say that Invisible Man is not the easiest book to read. I do, however, want to stick with it. There are times where it can get a little tough to keep going or to really understand what's happening and what's going on. It seems to like go off in a tangent sometimes, and sometimes I just don't really know where the story is going or what I'm supposed to be getting from it. The people that do love this book, I know that they've said that they've had to read it multiple times to get everything that the book has to offer. I'm just trying to get through it one time to see if I can finish it. I don't know that I will read it multiple times. I'm definitely going to try to finish it at least once, just to see what I can learn from the book, what it has to offer. I know that it's a classic for a reason, so I just want to really try to stick with it and see what it's all about. Okay, and the last book that I'm going to share is a novel that I've already finished this month. It is called American Street by E.B. Zeboy. This is a YA novel about a girl named Fabiola. Fabiola is from Haiti and she is moving to America. Unfortunately, Fabiola and her mother get separated because her mother isn't allowed into the country. And throughout this book, we just watch Fabiola adjust to her new life, which is the merging of two cultures, Haitian culture and American culture. We see her adjusting to her new family and her new home life, and we also see her make some really tough decisions. So overall, this is a pretty good book. It was an easy read and I did enjoy it. Okay, so those are the 4 books that I've either finished already or I'm still currently reading. Let me know what books you're reading. I love to hear recommendations and other books that I should check out. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you all next time.